today I am coming from a nearby park here in Houston, Texas, and I would like to share just some positivity with whoever decides to watch this video. I am feeling really good internally today. I don't feel amazing physically, but my spirit is in a really good place, and so I just decided to come outside to this beautiful park and share something fun with you. So the topic of today's video is going to be 5 nice things that someone has recently said to me. So I decided to share this because life is not always really easy. And if you are experiencing loneliness, or you don't get to spend a lot of time with people that you love and care about, sometimes you kind of need a reminder that people do still love you, people do still care about you. And even in times when you don't have access to them, like maybe right now, certainly over the past almost 2 years since the pandemic started, if you don't have a lot of access to people who love and care about you, it can be helpful to kind of revisit some of the positive experiences that you've had with people who love and care about you. So on those days when you feel lonely, this is something that you can do for yourself also to kind of cheer up, and maybe just as a reminder of how loved you are. So with that being said, I'm going to share with you 5 very nice things that people have recently said to me. And I wrote them all down. I have them here. So the first one I'll show you now. So I get a lot of comments from people about my voice, and usually it's they're funny comments or it's positive, but my internal relationship, my personal relationship with my voice is kind of not the best. Sometimes I wish I had a deeper voice, a more masculine voice, like a voice that when you hear me talk, you immediately just want to sit up straight and get your shit together. And maybe you do feel that way when you hear me speak on these videos. But I usually don't think of myself that way, and having worked in corporate spaces and very typical corporate America type jobs for a long time, I've noticed that sometimes people take my speaking cadence and my personality is kind of like a weakness. I don't feel like it is, and when I do need to be very firm and communicate with force, I'm able to do that very well, and it actually works because people usually they're used to seeing me seem nice. So when I have to get like claws out, meow, 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 when I have to get like that, it's a contrast. So it actually works really well. But because I have received, I get a lot of comments about my voice, especially, and I don't have that great of a relationship with my speaking voice. So it was really nice for me to read that someone loved my voice, my speaking cadence, and my personality. Like, oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is a really nice one. Okay, I'm going to share with you another one. I also hope I'm not speaking too quickly in this video, because since I'm in a public place, I think this is the first time I've recorded in a public place, and I'm kind of nervous. And also there's no one behind me, but there are like tons of people in front of me at a restaurant, sitting out on a patio, looking really fabulous and having a really great time. But I am very self-conscious right now and very nervous. So anyway, let's move on to the second one. So the second one is this one. So this one is very meaningful to me. This is oh my gosh, maybe one of the highest compliments that a person could give me, because I've always been a person to really try really hard to help other people. Sometimes my intention to help is there and it's aligned and it's positive, but my actions when it comes to helping people is maybe, in the past I've definitely neglected myself in favor of trying to help other people. And so over time I've learned not to do that, but I still put a lot of value in being able to help other people. And it's part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel, so I could share a lot of the things that I've learned in therapy and just over the course of my life to try to help people. So when someone acknowledges that I've helped them directly and they're able to communicate to me how and why exactly, that is just very meaningful to me. I know that it may sound a little egotistical, and it probably is. I'm a human being, I have an ego, but I do think there is some value in letting other people know when they have helped you, when they have changed your life, or even your day. It doesn't have to be ooh, your whole life, but even if they made your day better, or if they have helped lift your spirits in any way, I think it's really a nice gesture to let the person know. So that's why I really am very appreciative of this compliment especially. So I'm going to show you the third one right now. I hope I don't get caught doing this. I only have 3 more to go. This is the third one. So, what a great compliment to be called funny, right? I mean, humor for me is probably my number one coping mechanism. The second one is probably just spending time with my cat, and the third one is probably just not talking to anyone for days on end or whatever. But definitely my number one coping mechanism is humor. So watching things that are funny, or exchanging memes. I do love a good meme. I love a good meme so much. And so to be told that someone else thinks I'm funny is hits me in the feels, because of course I want to be funny, but to me humor is also really connected to mental health, because sometimes, when things are not that great, if you're able to make yourself laugh or make someone else laugh, it just helps to make the experience of humanity be a little less dreadful. So to the people who think I'm funny, thank you very much. And also, you're welcome, because look at me contributing positively to your lives. You're welcome. Haha. Okay, that probably wasn't funny. Okay, let's do the next one. So I actually have had 2 people tell me that they think, maybe 3, maybe 4, now that I'm thinking about this. I've had a few people tell me. One person very recently told me that they thought that I would be an awesome therapist. And I think maybe coming from them, this compliment really stuck. It really just stuck to me. I think something just bit me. I think that it really stuck with me because the person that told me this recently they attend therapy themselves and have found a lot of value in it, and I talk to them about my personal therapy experience. So knowing that a person who has interacted with a therapist thinks that I could be a good therapist is really meaningful. I also, this compliment, something definitely bit me, like my skin is burning. This compliment also really makes me feel good because it means to me that I have exhibited good friendship qualities, good listener qualities to people who are important in my life. So when I think of a therapist, I think of a person who is non-judgmental, who is helpful, but also, not trying to control you or your situations. I think of a person who is curious and interested in other people, interested in helping people, a person who is committed to continuing to learn about other people and learn different ways and being open-minded. I really think of a good therapist as someone who is open-minded. So to be compared to an awesome therapist, to be told that, I would make an awesome therapist, I bring up all of these positive associations with that. And makes me feel good. I think this is like one of my favorite, most recent compliments. Did I say that about the first one? I have a lot of favorites, I guess. But anyway, one day maybe I will become a licensed therapist. I would like to be able to go back to school and become a licensed therapist and be able to help people in more ways. But I don't know if that's going to happen yet. But in the meantime, at least I am having great interactions with people that make them feel accepted and not judged and just positive in other ways. So I'm very appreciative of having the opportunity to do that on whatever level, whether it's with friends or one day maybe as a professional therapist. So there you go. Let's do the last one before my shoulder burns off, because something bit me. I'm in Texas, y'all. This is what happens. It is October the 6th or 5th when I'm shooting this, and it's a lovely day outside, but in Texas we still have so many bugs and things to bite you, and also I'm under a very beautiful tree, but it's still a tree full of bugs probably. So let's do the last one. So this last one is very, very sweet to me. So personally, I do not have children, and I don't have any personal interest in becoming a mom, to be honest. If there were some circumstances that happened where I was presented with the opportunity to be a mother, I would maybe consider that, like through adoption, or if I was with a partner who had a child, maybe not. I'm just being honest. I am childless by choice, and so I know that might sound kind of weird to a lot of people, but I think it's okay to be childless if that's what you want. But I have worked with children for years in the past. I worked with children, and I really enjoyed I enjoy being around some children, not all of them, to be honest. But I really enjoy like their playfulness and their creativity, and I enjoy teaching them things. I think that for me, my most positive experiences with children is when I'm able to teach them something, and they're always able to teach me something, even if it's just to relax and have fun and smile and be joyous. So with that in mind, even though I don't personally want to have children of my own, I understand that in our culture, motherhood is associated with lots of positive things for a lot of people. Not all people, of course, because a lot of people they were not fortunate to have positive relationships with their mothers. I had a really great relationship with my mother, and I continue to have a really warm, supportive, interactive relationship with my mother, and I'm forever grateful. So I think that because I personally have a really great relationship with my mom, and I've worked with children and I've seen the impact that a mother can have on their kids, reading this as a compliment makes me think like, oh wow, this person sees a lot of good in me, possibly more good in me than I see in myself. Because when I did work with children regularly, I really felt very motherly. I worked with little kids, like in elementary school, and at that age, they really do still kind of look at the teacher as like an outside mom. And I was fully immersed in that role, and I was very proud to have that role. So I don't know. This one made me feel good. This one, I thought of, when the person said this to me, I thought about this like the rest of the day. Like, you think I would make a good mom? Oh my God, that's so nice. Oh. I was very giddy to get this as a compliment. So very thankful. Again, just like the one about being a good therapist, I personally have very positive associations with with mothers, primarily because of my own. So it feels like a good compliment. Okay, well, that's all that I have, and I think that this is all of the courage that I have for today to shoot a video in public. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was entertaining, and I hope that you can possibly do the same activity. I just took some sticky notes, as you saw, and wrote down a few compliments, and then as my reflection, I've talked to you about how each of these made me feel, and so hopefully you can do that too if you are feeling lonely today or just need a little bit of a pick-me-up. So with that being said, if you found any value or entertainment in this video, I very kindly ask you to please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I ask because doing so helps tell YouTube that I am making content that maybe other people would want to see, or that would be helpful to other people as well. So if you decide to subscribe, I'll see you in the next video. Even if you don't decide to subscribe and you come back, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. I am signing off, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, and may you be loved and listened to. Bye.